being a wonderful yet misunderstood, incredibly good-looking young man.
Well,
into a very, very successful, incredibly good-looking old man.
Well,
with them.
I agree.
But Back to the Future, it's difficult to put into words because people try to put into their words when they're talking to me about what the movie is, what it meant to them. Because the weird thing is, it checks every box.
Every single last one.
It checks every box for everybody in different ways, you know? Because it is a wonderful story about Doc and Marty. It's a wonderful story about getting your courage up. It's a story about George McFly telling Biff the very important thing, one of the big fulcrum points in the movie. No, Biff, you leave her alone. Because everyone has felt something like that and felt that thing where you need to stand up for yourself or even more importantly, someone else. So it checks so many boxes, you can't put it into a box. And also, I think culturally it happened in an unusual time, that you have a great movie,
That's right.
that also happened right at the beginning of cable television, of VHS tapes, right at the beginning of, I like that so much that I want to watch it again right now.
Yes.
Before that, it was impossible, and it was an unusual thing in Back to the Future. I mean, we're talking about now 1987, 88, when people would come up to me and say, I've seen it 631 times. Because it was so new, people would literally count the numbers of times they've seen the movie. So it's an anomaly, you know, it's a unicorn of a movie.
I love it. And it's absolutely beautiful the way that it's hit pop culture, where other things reference the majesty of Back to the Future. The Avengers talked about it. Stranger Things showcased it. How cool is it knowing that the Hulk watched Back to the Future, in your opinion? Is that kind of amazing?
The Hulk watched it?
Yes, the Incredible Hulk has watched, in the MCU, has watched Back to the Future and has used it as an argument about how time travel works.
You mean Hulk Hogan or Hulk the green guy?
Yes.
The green one. The green
guy.
The green one,
The
yeah.
big green one. The big one.
I just went with Harrison Ford. I'll have to ask him. You think the Hulk? Did he the new Hulk? Harrison Ford?
There's so many. Yeah, I watched a movie, I forget what it was called, about a bunch of kids making a band in the 80s in England. And I mean, Back to the Future was one of the themes throughout the movie. Of course. It was,
well,
wow.
It's just a reference to Back to the Future, like that people say it all the time when they talk about like Trump, Back to the Future, or like whatever, which I'm not great about. But all this reference to it. And what I think is cool, going back to the other idea that you were saying about movies, that like when I was a kid, I loved Wizard of Oz. And then when I was a kid, like back in the 60s and 70s, yes, I'm that old, sorry. There would Wizard of Oz would be on once a year, be on at Christmas time, and that was it. But I saw it every Christmas, and you couldn't watch it another time. You could rewind it, you could record it, you could rent it. It was on that Sunday at 3:30 in the afternoon or whatever, and that was it. It was going to be on. And you were going to see it or not see it. I would see it every time, and I wanted to be a flying monkey. And somehow I saw it like 30 times in my childhood. I don't know how it was so ingrained in my head. But like Tom said, Back to the Future, you could watch it a million times and just watch it over and over and over and over and over again. But I becoming my own way, I became a flying monkey because I was part of that kind of storytelling that touched generation after generation after generation.
How many people have come up to me now and say, I don't mean to insult you or this to sound bad, but I go to sleep playing Back to the Future on video. They do, because they find it so comforting.
Absolutely.
It's like being on mom's sofa with a bowl of macaroni and cheese back in the 80s, and they're like, I just love it so much, and it comforts me that it helps me go to sleep. It's like a peaceful song in my life. It's amazing.
How many of you guys did that this week? Literally go to sleep to it, because it's home. It's absolutely home. I think another thing that's amazing about this franchise is music and its involvement in it. We had Huey Lewis up there, but yeah, make some noise for Huey Lewis, please. Harry Waters Jr. was up here. You know, Chuck Berry's cousin, Marv. Absolutely amazing. But considering like the range of music in this series, we had, you know, pop rock, we had metal, we had all these different types of music. What is your favorite style of music though? Chris, what is your favorite style of music?
Favorite style of
Music.
I grew up where all I was hearing growing up was classical music, one way or another. And I haven't changed my mind.
I like it.
That's something I can listen to for a long time. But I grew up with it being prevalent as an adolescent and as I got older. So
I love it.
that's my first choice. But I love rock and roll.
Hey!
True story.
I love it. Michael, what about you? What's your favorite genre of music?
I'm just rock and roll freak.
Love it.
Classic rock, and I love blues, and I love everything. I love genres. I love country music, old country music, like George Strait and those guys. They cemented. You know, I'm gonna run you over with my truck. I just love that. You can eat crackers in my bed anytime. All that stuff. I love that. And I love rock and roll. I love classic rock and roll. I love 90s alternate rock. I love everything. As long as I meant it. I'm just serious about it. They're not just trying to make a buck. They're trying to get you to move you. I like it a lot.
Love it. Love it.
And I always wanted to be a musician, and I got a chance to do this movie. The thing in the movie for me was about the Johnny B. Good scene was just like that, my dream come true. To be able to do that, and to this day, it's my medley of my hit. I go to bars and I get up and play. I played it with Coldplay. I played it with the Who. I played it with just every John Mayer. Everybody you can think of. I played Johnny B. with them to get me up on the stage to play. So it was great. I'm trained to be in a rock and roll star.
Good choices. Good choices. That's what I'm talking about. Tom, I know you are hardcore into hip hop. Like you do gangster rap extra.
I love music.
Okay.
Any kind of music. I love music just as long as it's groovy.
Hey.
I played, when I was in high school, I played the tuba in the band, Easy Ladies.
Hey. That's a big horn you're blowing there, buddy.
So, yes, we were steeped in music as well. I love music. Being in a city like Philadelphia, my parents would take me to the Philadelphia Orchestra, beautiful orchestra. I was a jazz player. I was in a jazz band,
Love
like
that.
tuba and valve trombone, lower brass, and so I did a lot of that. But then I started performing on my own, and back then you needed a guitar and to sing songs. So I sang a lot of songs,
That's
folk
awesome.
songs. You know, Michael rowed the boat ashore. You know, so back in the '60s, with skinny ties.
That's what I'm talking about.
But every kind of music has been wonderful in our country. You know,
Right.
that if you look for it,
Yes.
you can find excellent, wonderful, beautiful music in every genre.
Absolutely.
Every genre. So I love all music.
I love that. Dude, the way you just sang that just now, you make the Beatles sound like buttheads. I like that a lot. I need you to come up with an album, like
Tom.
tomorrow.
You sing I Gave My Love a Cherry That Had No Stone?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah.
I hate that song. And when you say that, I just imagine you singing that. Give us a couple bars of that.
Oh, get
My
out
love
of here. I'm
Cherry.
not, you don't have that kind of cash, Fox. Oh, wait.
Wait a minute.
If I don't, who does?
Oh, wait. You wore
Now-
the shirt. I guess you do.
Now, I don't mean to be a little catty, but I was hoping that we could kind of dish on a co-star that's not here. I want to talk about the DeLorean. Obviously, the star of this series, but how difficult was the DeLorean to work with? I mean, were they temperamental? Was she easy to work with?
Okay, quick story about Dorian. I just wrote a book that I can now mention because my publishers announced that I wrote it. It'll be out in the fall. It's called Future Boy. It's about my time doing Back to the Future and Time Test at the same time. So I think you'll like it. So read it. But the story that I tell in there about you talking about? DeLorean.
Yes.
So I said to him, DeLorean, when you write a book, you write all this stuff, and then they have to give it to the lawyers, make sure no one can sue you for anything you say. So I wrote this thing, and they said it went into a shit box. And there was a shit box, and it cut me up. And they had different versions of it, and it was bisected and quadrisected in certain ways. And there were bits of metal out, and I was cut and bleeding and sliding around it, and it was a shit box. So he said, the lawyer said, I don't really think you can say that, I have to check it out. He called all these people, he said, the consensus is it's a shit box. They can never sue us. Everybody thinks it's a shit box. And it was really funny, because like he literally said, they can't sue us because everybody's of the opinion that it's the worst car ever made. Having said that, it's great. It looks great, and it couldn't have been a better time machine than DeLorean.
It's fair. It's fair.
I was just alarmed, but this is a different lady doing the
Yes.
interpretation.
They
Did we
switch out.
did we talk too fast and she got exhausted? What happened? She was like, I can't. Marcy, get out here! Everything's fine, but I just looked over. Oh, what? There was a shape-shifting happening. I don't know what's.
No, it was time travel. It was time travel.
That's
Listen
it.
to this, it's time travel.
We're at a different location at a different time. All right, welcome Cincinnati.
See, there it is. Whoa. They're like, that's not funny.
Oh, I love Dallas. Maybe you'll get a good
That's right.
sports team sometime.
Hey!
What? I'll clear this. I'll bring the other audience in.
It's the most Biff thing you can do in this moment right now.
I can see out there. I'll wade into this crowd.
I love it.
Okay, just this section.
So we got a couple of questions.